What is up, YouTube? Today I will be covering the top 5 tips that I would give to someone who is just entering college. So coming into college, everything is roughly a new experience. You always have to take care of yourself. You have different academic challenges. You need to make new friends, and there's a lot of different things that we're going to cover in this video. So let's just jump straight into it. So coming in at tip number 1, we have joining new clubs on campus. As a first semester student, or any student to be fair, college has a lot of different opportunities for you to explore on campus. There's a lot of different clubs and different things that you could do with your downtime when you're not studying. So as my first recommendation, I would recommend you join 5 to 6 different clubs just based off of your certain interests. They don't necessarily have to be academic clubs. Me, for one, I joined a marine biology club when I was a freshman. So yeah, join 5 different clubs, figure out what you really like, what you don't like, and then, after the semester ends, then see which clubs you want to be more committed to. So at that point in your time, you would put a lot more time into leadership positions and more general involvement within like 2 clubs. And that way you have a little bit more of a feel of what the campus is like, what to expect, and also to be involved. Another side benefit of that actually is just the ability to meet new friends and explore your interests and also get yourself out there. I think at the very beginning of every single semester, everyone is looking to make new friends and just learn a little bit more about the campus as a whole. So joining clubs is a great way to get involved and also make friends with similar interests. All right, so coming in at number 2, we have finishing your general education and core university curriculum first. Coming from a student who has transferred many different times in terms of my major, I think it's very important to sort of min-max what classes you're taking to make sure you're as efficient as possible. A lot of the credits that I had coming in as biomedical engineering weren't credits that I needed for industrial engineering. And so taking some of those classes were just a complete waste of time, in my opinion. So coming off that note, just, you're never sure if you're going to switch majors or if some unforeseen circumstance comes about. So always make sure to take the credits required for the entire university first. On that note as well, this will also help you keep your GPA up for any potential internships or co-op opportunities. Since a lot of employers, when they're looking at freshmen and sophomores, they typically only look at their GPA since they usually don't have like leadership positions or relevant work experience. So keeping your GPA up around like 3.7, 4.0 level is highly favorable if you're looking for these positions as well. All right, so coming in at number 2, we have finishing your general education and core university curriculum first. Coming from a student who has transferred many different times in terms of my major, I think it's very important to, sort of min-max what classes you're taking to make sure you're as efficient as possible. A lot of the credits that I had coming in as biomedical engineering weren't credits that I needed for industrial engineering. And so taking some of those classes were just a complete waste of time, in my opinion. So coming off that note, just, you're never sure if you're going to switch majors or if some unforeseen circumstance comes about. So always make sure to take the credits required for the entire university first. On that note as well, this will also help you keep your GPA up for any potential internships or co-op opportunities. Since a lot of employers, when they're looking at freshmen and sophomores, they typically only look at their GPA since they usually don't have like leadership positions or relevant work experience. So keeping your GPA up around like 3.7, 4.0 level is highly favorable if you're looking for these positions as well. Additionally, finishing your gen ed requirements first also allows you to get most of the boring classes out of the way while keeping your schedule a little bit easier for entrance into freshman year. I know a lot of people have trouble acclimating to the different environment just because you're a little bit more independent this year. You have more responsibilities in terms of your personal life and also maintaining discipline to like study. So taking these general education and university core curriculum credits first will allow you to be a little bit lighter on yourself in terms of academic workload, while also allowing you to enjoy your time freshman year as well. A little bit off note as well, You should also transfer your credits if possible. I know a lot of students at Purdue specifically have retaken Calc 3. At Purdue, it's MA 261, I believe, just to get like an A. And the thing is, college is just completely different from high school education. You want to take those credits and go just because you don't want to waste your time in those classes relearning something that you most likely will not need later. All right, tip number 3 is to keep yourself healthy, whether it's mentally, physically, or even socially, right? Freshman 15 is definitely a thing. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people end up putting weight on during campus because they have a lot less time to spend exercising, considering like schoolwork and other different commitments. So just make sure you set aside some time every single day for some level of physical activity, whether it's going to the gym for an hour, maybe taking a walk for 10-20 minutes as a study break, or even doing yoga or some meditation. All these small things will eventually culminate into you maintaining your physical health to the best of your abilities. A lot of students, generally speaking, do not take as good of their physical health on campus just because of their different involvements and their time commitments. So just make sure you're setting some time for these types of things. Another thing will be to maintain your sleep schedule. A lot of people in general tend to underestimate the effect that sleep has on their performance or their mental health. And I've seen a lot of students struggle a lot with maintaining schedules, studying until maybe like 3-4 a.m.s or even just pulling all-nighters for exams. My philosophy is that everyone needs at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep, especially college students, just to get their full cognitive ability functioning and also to perform well within their different activities that they perform day to day. One common saying that I've heard in the past was nothing good ever happens after midnight. And I think this especially rings true for college students, right? There's a lot of different parties and different events that are going on after midnight or super late into the night. And typically at the end of these events or even like a study session, you're just going to feel completely exhausted, and this is going to affect your performance the next day. So always just make sure to keep a great sleep schedule. It's very important, and people tend to underestimate the effect that it has. All right, so tip number 4 is to seek mentors and advice from older club members or even major-related members. Generally speaking, I would say everyone is more than happy to give advice, whether it be academically, socially, professionally, or anything speaking like that. From my personal experience, I joined a lot of academic clubs my freshman year, and everyone that I reached out to was more than happy to talk to me for about 20-30 minutes, maybe even grab lunch or dinner, and just talk about what I could do to be successful within the club or even within academics. For me personally, a lot of industrial engineers going to consulting positions have already been through my club position as a project manager or even a director. And just hearing about their experiences in regards to recruiting or how the classes they took were or which professors to choose, it was very pivotal in terms of understanding what I need to be successful. Additionally, building relationships is pivotal for college. In general, college educations are important because of the education you receive, but also because of the fact that you're building a network of people that you could trust, rely on, and have been in your same position. Another reason why it's great to reach out to mentors or older members is to build your relationship with people on campus. Nowhere after college are you going to find a place where there's so many young, like-minded people who are career-driven and focused on their academics. This is the perfect opportunity to learn a little bit about what other students are doing, what they're passionate about, and also just building relationships with people to sustain yourself and also nurture others around you. All right, last but not least, don't take things too seriously. At college, you're only going to have 4 years to study, assuming you're only an undergrad and you're not going to grad school or pre-med or anything like that. So don't waste your entire time just studying and cramming away until like midnight or pulling all-nighters. This is the time in your life where you want to be making memories with people that you're closest to. So one of my recommendations would be to take pictures every single day, do something fun or new every single week if you have time to allow for it. And you only have 4 years, so don't just waste it on studying. This is the time in your life where you could be doing something fun, exploring what you're passionate about, and just have fun with it. Don't study too much. Don't take college too seriously. You know, at the end of the day, we're all in the same place, and it's just supposed to be a good time. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. If you want more, please comment down below what you want to see for upcoming videos. I will be posting at least once every single week, so hit the subscribe and the bell notification if you're interested in seeing some future content. This channel is just kicking off the ground, so there's a lot of different ideas that I want to explore. So if you want to support a new and upcoming YouTuber who gives a little bit of advice for college, career, networking, and also just like personal vlogs, feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you guys.